I'm just convinced. Listen, I'm so modest, I can admit my own fault. And my only fault is I don't realize.
Where my champions at? Where my champions? Dim the lights just to recreate the ambience. I'm about to murder the stage, calling ambulance.
Gen Y, Gen X, Millennials, Generation Me, Generation Internet. You know who you are. You've been crushed, hit hard by this economy.
So if you're dealing with college debt, maybe you're even trying to move out of your parents' house or start a new business. Look, the only way you're going to be able to do that is to be able to produce and to get people to pay you what you're worth.
I'm fighting for your generation. I'm not counting you out. I believe in you. We're here to give young hustlers the advice and tools they need to succeed in the 21st century. Hey, Grant Cardone here with Young Hustlers and my main man.
At Jarrod Grant.
At Jarrod Grant. Folks, you are Thursday afternoon, 1 p.m., Miami Beach.
G's getting serious. He's already moving the mic around. He's lifting that thing up.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm getting my workout here, bro.
On,
I'm keeping my hustle on, baby, which is the focus of this show. Every week we come to you to get, you're 18 to 34 years old, or maybe you're 54 years old, and you just want to keep your hustle on. You want to keep... You want success. You want to move from where you are to where you want to be. This show is for you. It's how you differentiate yourself in the marketplace so that you're not getting whatever it's getting.
So you ain't being held down by the man.
The man ain't holding you down, okay? Because we want you to have the information, dude. If you got it, if you need, maybe it's Thursday. It's Throwback Thursday. They call this Throwback Thursday.
TBT.
And maybe today's the day where you say, man, I don't want to get thrown back, dude. I want to get thrown forward. You and the Young Hustlers. Our phone number,
305-865-8668. Call us with your questions.
Yeah, you can call in with your questions.
We'd love to hear a rags to riches story today.
Love to hear. That's what we're talking about. Rags to riches. Is it possible? Is the deck stacked against you? Is it possible for a guy that doesn't have anything or a gal that doesn't have either anything, or you don't have what you want, or maybe you're busted out right now, or maybe you're just not satisfied? How does that individual in America or Pakistan,
are the cards stacked against you?
Look, did you hear about that cat? That cat that got on the plane, dude, in
the wheel well,
dude. And he's like, I wanted to go to Somalia, dude. Why are you gonna leave freaking California to go to Somalia?
Crazy.
I got family there. Send them an email, son. The best thing you can do is get them to come this way. You don't go that way. But I got to tell you, I can't even stand 5 hours. I can't stand 5 hours in first class on a flight. This guy
was all up in the wheel well, man.
My man. Okay, so let's see. What are we talking about, Jarrod? We're talking about, look, is it your fault if you're born poor? I hit this tweet this week at Grant Cardone on Twitter. And I said, look, if you're born poor, this is actually a Bill Gates quote.
Yeah.
If you're born poor, it's not your fault. If you stay poor, shame on you.
So the question is, are you going to allow yourself to become a victim of your circumstances? That naughty V word, the victim.
And we looked up some data. So I read my Steve Leisman, who's on CNBC, and I listen to Steve every morning. He says, as the nation engages in a heated debate over inequality, causes, and cures, which means now the Democrats and the Republicans will all weigh in on this. The cures, the latest CNBC All-American Economic Survey, and we want to hear from you, finds a majority of Americans believe people are poor because of circumstances outside their control, but are split on whether the wealthy have earned their riches or not. Okay, so most people agree in America, what this is saying, most people agree that it's beyond your control, and then they're split pretty evenly that whether the wealthy have actually earned their wealth. The survey of 800 Americans across the country, that's not a very big number.
It's a good sample.
Finds that 800 people, man.
Come
It's
on, man.
nothing. 311 million people, dude. I can find 800 people to say anything. The survey of 800 Americans across the country finds the data driven by sharply differing views among political parties. Of course, nearly 60% of Republicans believe poverty is the reason This is the Democrat or the Republicans. 60% of Republicans believe that poverty is the result of decisions. I disagree with that completely. Look, I was born into a lower middle class family. Okay, I had nothing to do with it. The guy that lived next door to me when I was 10 years old was born into a rich family. He had nothing to do with it either, dog. Okay, now this cat at 10 years old, his daddy was a doctor. They were loaded, man. Tennis court, swimming pool, the whole deal. We were in the right neighborhood because my dad came from nothing and threw his freaking, his guts out and bought the house next door. We bought in the right neighborhood. We didn't have the tennis court, didn't have the swimming pool. We didn't have the country club membership. He was rich, I wasn't, okay? They were a doctor. My dad was a worker. And I'm born into one family. The other guy's born into the other family. Let me tell you something, okay? I would take what I earn in 1 month against what that other cat earns in a year today, and I'll burn his money. Actually, I'd probably keep both our money, but you know what I'm saying?
If I had your money, I'd burn my own.
He was born into wealth, okay? So I just want to give you one example, and we'd love to hear from you if you have a rags to riches example. Democrats said they believe that
24%.
24%, what?
24% of Democrats believe that an individual's decisions determine their circumstances.
So rich or poor, circumstances, where you were born, the zip code you were born in, your education. Look, there's a lot of information out there that says your education is going to affect you, the zip code's going to affect you. Certainly, absolutely, okay? I suggest to you today, okay, that you can listen to all these polls. Are you going to be rich or are you going to be poor? Are you going to be even worse or are you going to be in the middle? Okay, where you get lost. Everybody gets lost in the middle. They're
It's a dangerous spot. It's a position you get in trouble. You're vulnerable there.
Yeah. Now, 53% of Americans believe that people are most likely poor because of the place or family they were born into. Yeah. Could happen, dude. It could happen, okay? I mean, look, there's starving people over in Somalia today. I mean, little kids, little babies that have, they're not going to eat for 3 days. That wasn't their choice. But you staying poor cannot change that condition, right? So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Where are you going to end up in the deal? Are you going to be an excuse or an example, or do these surveys even matter? I mean, does it really matter that, hey, I was brought up in the Bronx, poor. My family didn't have anything. My mother was not educated. My daddy left me. Whatever. He was a crack addict. Did you have any problems when you were growing up?
Not with crack.
What? Not that
no crack problems. No, it was no. I mean, the way that I grew up was probably pretty similar to you did. I mean, I was middle class.
Yeah.
What
does that mean though? Middle class.
Well, I mean, I guess that is a matter of the definition for everybody. I guess it's different, but my parents probably they made over $100,000 combined.
Dude, that ain't middle class. Dude, that's in like the top 1%. Shit, if your dad was making $100,000 15 years ago, you guys are rich.
Yeah.
See, this little white guy right here is so confused. He don't even know the difference between a middle class and a rich. When we come back from break, we're going to be talking about rags to riches stories. Can you bust out, regardless of the fact, regardless of the possibility that the deck is stacked against you? We want to give you the tools you need to bust out. Wait and see what I do this year. It's going to be freaking over the top crazy, okay?
Show me some love. Come on now.
I want to talk to you today about success. What you're learning here will go with you for the rest of your life.
You're getting me excited right now.
If you're average, you'll hate me.
Being able to live where you want requires that you produce, even when you don't want to.
Every day they're freaking out there. Every day I'm hustling.
Saying, hey man, I want to put my hustle on in the hustle country of the planet, America, the great USA.
Hey, Grant Cardone here, New York Times bestselling author and your friend in sales and in business. That's right, in business. So you want to scream about it? You want to bitch, complain? Go ahead.
This is the worst job market in the history of the United States of America.
The truth is, get back to promise and hope followed up with work. Completely committed, completely dedicated. It's not work, it's a passion.
Turn that camera on. Is it loaded? Do you have battery in it? Turn it on and follow me.
It's a Wi-Fi hotspot.
What does that mean, man?
We could Skype. We could do whatever you want. All right.
I can do a video here, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
One of those people not satisfied with good? If you're at $100 and want to go to $100,000, or if you're at $1 million and want to achieve $10 million, it's time to change your game. When are you going to make the move? If you want more freedom, if you want more choices in your life, then Grant Cardone's MP3 Game Changer package is for you. It's the 10X rule. The Rules of Success and Sell or Be Sold was narrated by Grant Cardone himself. Learn to go from nothing to everything, from being unknown to being known worldwide. Grant wants you to have your freedom and to achieve your highest potential. A $700 value on sale now for $179.99. Grant Cardone came from nothing and is now a multi-millionaire. The information contained in this package got him there. You need the tools, the inspiration, the guidance, and the technique to achieve your potential. Order now at grantcardone.com/game changer. That's grantcardone.com/game changer. Always be moving forward. Find your freedom and your opportunity. Order your Game Changer MP3 package today.
Hey, welcome back to Young Hustlers. 58% of Republicans believe Americans are wealthy because of hard work.
I'm curious, what's a Democrat?
22% believe that same thing if you're a Democrat. We say on Young Hustlers, dude, it don't matter. I don't care about all these surveys. Do you really care about these surveys, okay? The question is, what are you going to do to change your game, to get out of whatever your condition is? Not satisfied, partially satisfied, completely satisfied. Look, even if you're making $1 million a year and you're listening to this show, you're interested in keeping your hustle on and going to the next level.
Well, I think it's a decision that you have to make. I mean, you know, anybody who's made something more out of themselves at one point made a decision that they're like, hey, I'm looking for something else. My dad, for example, grew up on a farm. They boarded horses. He grew up on a farm in Missouri. They were boarding horses, and he got a job in Fenton, Missouri. It's a very small town in Missouri. He got a job at the Chrysler plant. Blue collar, you know, but was making money. But
and he got up early in the morning, probably went and got eggs from the chickens. The whole deal.
Yeah, the whole thing. But at one point he decided, hey, look,
young boys get they interested in the animal. I met your dad before, dude. I could tell he's a little. What's that word? Animal, interested.
So, anyways,
it's an adventure, dude. It doesn't make. I mean,
you gonna let me finish this?
Go ahead.
You gonna let me finish this? All right. So he decides, hey, look, I want to make something more out of my life. I need more opportunity than's being presented to me here. So he takes up, moves from Fenton, Missouri, small town, very small. You could throw a football across it. And then he moves out to Newport Beach, California to become a salesperson.
Country.
He comes in, he's selling motorcycles after he's doing that part-time because he gets a job.
There's Fenton, Missouri right here. Right there in the red. Right there in the red. All the red, by the way, represents poverty in the United States.
So look, but he just made a decision. Hey, I'm going to move across the country and just take a swing at it.
He went and moved over there with the fruits and the nuts.
To over here.
To
just like, you know, I made the
Cali.
decision.
Cali.
I made the decision to move to LA to make very little money for an opportunity. So at some point, if you want more, I mean, dude, look.
Excuse or example. That's the deal.
That's really what it is.
When we were putting the show together, really we were saying, hey, well, what is it, dude? A guy's born, he's in a bad place. You know, is the facts? I mean, the facts are the facts. You're not educated. You're not getting an education. You're leaving high school. You get pregnant at 15. Your mama's a crack addict. Your daddy's a crack addict. Your daddy beats you. Dude, look, I've heard every one of these stories, okay, and worse. Excuse or example? What are you going to focus on? Here's my excuses. We all got them. Or, hey, you know what? I got some examples here. We got examples of successful people. All you have to do is go 2 miles from where you live or work right now, and I guarantee you're going to find somebody.
How about this? How about the kid who grows up in poverty, 12 years old, he was forced to get an after-school factory job working 8 hours a day. His dad loses his job when he was 51, okay? So they lived in a van for a while. Next thing you know, 2003 comes along, some 20 or 25 years later, Bruce Almighty grossed $484 million. His name's Jim Carrey.
Bow. Melissa from Iowa. Let's take Melissa from Iowa because we got phone calls stacking up.
Wow.
Rags to riches story. Melissa, tell me your story.
Grant. I'm so excited to be here. You know who I am.
Oh, yeah, I know who you are.
Awesome. So basically, I've lived in my car. I've been homeless. I've been on food stamps. I grew up in a town of 350 people. My parents never really had the money to keep the roof over the head or put food on the table, but they made it. However, that lifestyle is totally not for me. So, I've actually been in business almost 4 years now, and I'm absolutely killing it. Just got back from LA, live in a 4,000 square foot home. It all comes down to a freaking decision. If you want it, you go after it. If you don't, hey, you just become mediocre, average, and content, and that is not for me.
Was there a point, Melissa? Was there a point where you ever said? I mean, you said, "Hey, I knew that wasn't for me," but was there a point in your life where you, like, definitively, you were like, "Hey, I'm doing something different"? Now it sounds like you're in business for yourself. Am I right?
Yep, absolutely. Almost. I'll be going on 4 years here.
So tell me, at what point did you say, "Hey, look, I'm going to take full control of this"? I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to struggle through the beginning because I know that at the end there's a big payoff. Was there a moment where you were like, hey, I've got to change? And then once you made that decision, what did you do different?
Yeah, there was. And actually, so I live in the state of Iowa.
It's when those teeth started falling out of your mouth. You're like, oh, my God, my teeth are starting to come out of my face. Was that it? Is that how bad it was, Melissa?
In jail for speeding. So now, I'm 21. I just turned 26 in February. And so 21 years old, I'm sitting in this jail cell by myself. There's no technology. And when you take
you were in jail?
Yeah, she got arrested for a speeding ticket.
Okay. All right. You're in jail by yourself.
I'm literally in jail by myself. I mean, it was the absolute worst
Every girl wants company.
Best time of my life, right? So It was the worst time because I'm emotionally spent. I mean, I've got
totally.
$50,000 in debt.
What'd you get arrested for, though? That's what I want to know.
Speeding.
So
you didn't backdoor somebody, did you?
Back to back, man. Speeding is my thing, but I'm over
I love speed. I love speed. Speed.
Go fast,
speed don't
baby.
Kill.
Go fast.
Speed is where a man or woman lives.
You know what we say about speeding? If you're going the wrong direction, you're going
as fast as you can possibly
because you're going to figure out you're going the wrong direction a lot quicker than if you're going slow.
So, Melissa, where can people find you? Because I love your story and I love your inspiration. You're in Iowa, so I'm not going to Iowa to find you. So, how do I find you online?
You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, but BriellaArion.com.
And so what do you do? Tell everybody what you do real quick.
I coach six-figure entrepreneurs to help them become millionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Okay. So listen, you're talking to Melissa. She's telling you, have as many excuses as you want, okay? The media and politicians will give you as many as you need. Like, if you want abundance in your life, excuses are plentiful. They're easy to find. Your friends, your neighbor, your buddies, everybody that suffers will load your truck up. Or do you want an example? Melissa's a great example. This is what I want you to do. I want you to find. I just want you to, every time you're down and out and you're like, man, am I going to make it? Can I break out? You can read all this stuff about how the deck's stacked against you.
Become a victim.
Or you can take 5 miles. I'll tell you what, just take it 1 mile outside your house, wherever you're located in that moment, and I want you to go find one example of one person who broke out of your neighborhood. Then I want you to, number 2, study success, okay? Find an example, number 1. Number 2, study success. Number 3, I want you to make a claim to that success. Make a claim. And the 4th thing I want you to do is go back and study success again. You need to surround yourself with an example, study the material. You got to have material. You need information. If you don't have information, you just have a wish, and you're going to go back to making excuses. Find an example, study success, make a claim. You know what that means for me? Make a claim means I'm writing my goals every morning. Every morning.
It's mine.
At night, I'm writing them down again. I know why I'm getting up. I know why I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep because I got to get some rest so that I can freaking get up again. So,
hey, how about this?
Yeah.
How about a high school dropout that joins the Army Reserves and then decides that he wants to go be a sales clerk at Brooks Brothers? Eventually, he worked his way up from a salesperson to a manager. And with $50,000, he decided to start his own clothing company, which is Polo.
Pow.
During the
Is that Ralphie boy? Ralph Lauren, okay.
2010 fiscal year, his company brought in $5 billion
Now,
in
there's
revenue.
an example. There's an example. Here's another example. 15% of all Americans in the United States, admitted by the government, live below the poverty line. The poverty line, in case most of you don't know, because you don't know, because we don't want to confront the reality of the situation, is $23,000 for a family of 4. Okay, that's the poverty line. 15%, that's admitted by the government, 15% live below the poverty line in America. Or you got Ralph Lauren or a bunch of other people he's going to come up with. Look, my name's Grant Cardone. This is at Jarrod Grant. At Jarrod Grant is his real name, okay? His birthday is at Jarrod Grant.
Because I'm crazy.
Okay. His girlfriend's name is at Jarrod Grant. When she screams orgasmically, she says at Jarrod Grant. Follow us, stay with us, stay hooked up to your young hustler.
Are you looking for the keys to success? Are you not sure how to break out and move forward in your life? If you are asking these questions, you need a way to take massive action, a way to develop the right attitude, the right approach, every minute of every day. The Grant on the Go 4-book MP3 package is the solution. Included are all 4 of Grant Cardone's best-selling books. Download to one device or to all of them. With over 30 hours of content designed for sales, closing, finance, and career, with special exercises to ensure you know the data. Grant on the Go is narrated by Grant Cardone himself, a personal coach for sales, motivation, negotiations, keeping your pipeline full with no blank space on your calendar. An $800 value. On sale now for $249.99. Order now at grantcardone.com/Grant on the Go. This is a $1 million program. Go to grantcardone.com/Grant on the Go. Be productive, take action, and make the moves that are vital to your success. Order now at grantcardone.com/Grant on the Go today.
Do you have salespeople that can't close the sale, refuse to make those extra calls, and never hit their quotas? If you own or manage a company that depends on sales, pay attention to this offer. My name's Grant Cardone, best-selling author of 4 business books since the economic collapse. I've worked with the top Fortune 100 companies to increase sales production. Look, the reason your salespeople don't close deals and don't make those extra calls and can't hit their quotas is not what you think. I want to provide you with free access to my online sales tool that will coach your people in real time how to handle every sales situation and every sales challenge. Whether your people sell over the phone or in person, my online platform will show your people exactly what they must do to get those extra sales they're missing. Call 800-368-5771. That's 800-368-5771 for your free access to the most successful sales coaching site in the world today. That's 800-368-5771. Welcome back, Grant Cardone.
Young Hustlers.
At Jarrod Grant, Young Hustlers, every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell your friends, tell your family.
Tell everybody you know. We're talking about...
Don't tell your enemies, because I'll wake them up. I'll wake them up, and they'll become freaking, they'll become people that want to take stuff from you, because they hustling. They out-hustle you.
So, look, we're talking about...
Jarrod, let me ask you a question before you do that, okay? Dude, talent or hustle?
Hustle every day of the week.
Right. We looking for somebody to hire here. I'm like, hey, just give me somebody willing. First question I ask in every interview, are they willing to do anything and everything? I'm telling you anything. Pick up cigarette butts, clean up the toilet. Because if you got the willingness to do all the little grunt work.
You know what I did? I did dishes today.
Did you, man?
Yeah.
Did it feel good?
It felt real good.
Hustle, baby. Hustle,
Come on, man.
Hustle. Come on, man.
So look, we're talking about being a victim of your circumstances. If you're poor, is it your fault? And the key thing we want to communicate here is, look, you're either making excuses about why you can't do it, or you need to be looking for examples and reasons that
I love excuses. I love excuses. They just never improve my situation. But they never improve my situation.
They don't.
I could have 500 of the best excuses, and they still will not pay my bills. It just will not hook me up.
At the end of the day, you have to make a decision. If you're trying to make reasons why you're not going to be successful, or make a list of reasons why. Just like we're talking about in a deal. Hey, look, are you trying to find a reason to do this or not to do it? You make a decision.
I asked a client that today. I said, hey, you looking for reasons to do business with me? Or are you looking for reasons not to? I can give you 50 without you even working to not do it. Oh, almost dumped my 10X bottle, man.
And you got a lid.
Hey, you want to talk to Kat?
Let's talk to Kat real quick. Kat from Huntington Beach, California. Kat.
Hi.
How are you?
How you doing, Kat?
Oh, I'm doing excellent, Grant. Thanks, Jarrod. Thanks for taking the call. Hey, I talked to you guys a couple weeks ago, and it was only been about a month since I actually was first turned on to Grant. And I have very parallel stories.
How much did I turn you on, girl? Come on.
Oh man,
Kat, you've got kids. You've got kids, right? Didn't you give your book?
Right.
Okay,
I
remember.
Of fruit and nuts, man. I'm right on the border of Huntington Beach and Newport Beach. Help me.
Oh my God.
I sell solar power.
Okay.
I'm a real dominating female in a male-dominated arena.
Do you know Sergio? Sergio
Bruno?
No, I don't.
He sells solar power too. Yeah. He does a great job at it.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so you're a single mother. You live in California, right?
Oh no, I have a husband. He's my third child.
Okay. Yeah. And does he know that you love me?
Oh yeah. I said, look, man. I mean, I'm the hustler in my house, and he wants to hustle too. He just lost everything after 9/11. Both of us come from histories of large families with addiction. I mean, I was on the street. I moved to New York in '88. Didn't know anybody. I was on the street. Ended up in Bellevue in a straitjacket. Went back to California, turned myself in on 2 DUIs I skipped out on after being sober for 2 years. I did 4 months in jail in Santa Ana.
My kind of girl right there.
Nasty. Yeah.
Dude, you in bed with Kat, you get all kind of stories. It's like, hey, let me tell you about this.
Kids,
let me show you this little trick.
I read your
I learned this in Bellevue.
No, and it's like just the hustle, man.
Yeah, right. I love that.
I mean, I've been told I'm a freak my whole life. My first grade teacher told my parents, "Hey, there's something wrong with your child, man."
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. You're exceptional.
You got some gifts.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
They say the same things. They say the same things about my kids, and I say, "Hey, those teachers push you, man. You push back."
Yeah. So Kat, talk to me about excuses, and they're easy to have, right? Have they ever helped you in your life?
No, there is no excuse.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about people, like you said, children who were born into situations where there's addiction, where there's poverty, we got to help those folks if we can.
And you know the best way to help them? The best way to help people in poverty is not be one of the people in poverty, because people in poverty don't help other people out of poverty, okay?
No, I walked into my new company I started 2 weeks ago. I told the owner and the president, it's a huge window company. They've been trying to do solar for 4 years. They have no idea what they're doing. He goes, what are you looking to earn, like $10,000 a month? I said, what? I said, I banked $16,000 this week. I said, and I want to make $160,000.
You made $16,000 this week. I got a girl that made $50,000 this week with us. How you live on 16?
Your 10X thing totally changed my think.
Kat, I love you, dude. I love the example you are for so many people. You know, somebody told me this week, you don't have women. Women don't follow you. I said, well, I just had 2 women call us, so I don't know. You know, they must be following me because they call me. Maybe it's the men that follow me, but they don't have the freaking guts to call. Kat, thank you so much. Keep doing well, all right? I love your story.
So look, let's just go back through the 4 things that you need to do. First thing, decide if you're creating excuses or looking for examples.
Yeah.
Number 1, you got to find a person who's living the life you want to live.
Melissa is an example. Okay, Kat is an example. These are people that came from nothing. Okay, Jarrod's a good example. Look at Jarrod, and he's handsome.
Why you make me feel like that, dude?
You're blushing right now.
On, man.
Find an example, and then what?
Study success.
Study success. What does it mean to study success?
And I'll tell you, that was a big difference maker for me, is because, you know, up to a certain point, people control the information that you're given. In school, they control the information that they want you to consume, okay? At some point, you make the decision, hey, I want something for me.
I remember I was studying my teacher in high school. She gave me typing classes. That was my favorite class of all the classes.
Yeah, because
I was studying her.
Yeah?
She wasn't that hot, but I was like, man. You know, I'm 16 years old, 17 years old. I'm like, oh, my God. Type this.
This
is when you had typewriters. That was actually a class, okay? The most beneficial class I took in all of high school was typewriting. Because now I can bang out. I mean, you can see I type pretty good on this thing, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
So look, study success.
You, I'm sorry.
You got number 3. You got to make your claim. You got to stake your claim in success. Look, it's mine. I'm gonna get it. I want it, and every single day.
Stake your claim, baby.
Dude.
Every day stake your claim. Not once a year, not once a month, okay?
If it's worth doing, it's worth doing all the time.
Paulie decides, I'm going to make more money, I'm going to make more money. You do that one time, you're not going to make more money. You got to make that claim every day. And then what do? The fourth thing you do, Jay?
You got to study. Keep
study
going.
Success,
keep pushing.
Man. Study
Cardone
success.
University, the ad that we just ran, the deal coming out of the break.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's so much information in that platform
now,
that
just so
use.
you know, just so everybody understands, Cardone University, that program, we have companies, Fortune 500 companies, pay $500,000 a year for that program. I'll tell you what the price is right now. It's $2,000. For the same exact program and material, an individual can own it for $2,000 that a company will pay us $500,000 for this year.
And by the way, just so you guys have a side note here, that was the same program that took me from making as much money in a month as I used to make in a year.
Yeah.
So everything you need to know to really, like, you got to make an investment.
Excuses are easy, folks. You want some Oreos? They're all over the place, okay? They're easy to find Oreos, okay? It's easy to get overweight. Excuses are easy. They just don't change your
Let's talk
condition.
about some reasons that people could have excuses here.
Good.
Okay, look, the basic needs for a budget for a U.S. family of 4 in rural Nebraska,
out there.
$31,080.
Map.
Boston, $64,656. Where Cat's at in Huntington Beach, it's probably close to
There's a poverty heat map right here, okay?
Man, it's hot.
Okay, 41 million Americans live below the poverty line. That's what that red represents, okay? There's nobody over there in California. See, I don't think this map is right because I don't think that's even possible.
Well, I'll tell you something. Like, look, the math ain't easy. There's a lot of people that came before you that were successful. Like we talk about, the average American reads less than one book a year. It's no wonder there's so much poverty. No, people aren't reading. They're not
people
learning.
Don't read. They don't
the
learn.
average
They don't
CEO,
study, dude.
five
they don't make their
books
claim.
a month.
Look at these people. They made a claim.
Look at Goofy Glasses over here. What's this guy? Did he
Goofy Glasses?
Is that the guy? Is that the guy from Korea?
Okay,
North
look,
Korea?
I got some questions
Kim
on
Jong?
Twitter. Can I handle some of these people on Twitter asking me questions? First of all, I just hit Men's Health Magazine, how to get the chick. Okay, somebody just retweeted, hey, you're just in the article this month of girl power, I think. The topic is bringing out the women. The topic, how do you get the right woman? We got Dr. Doug Tanzer, credit card funding small biz startups, smart or not? I love it. I love it, dude. I like anything that you're committed to. I like anything that you're going to be like, hey, no matter what happens, I'm going to make this thing work, okay, if you believe in it.
Follow at Poncho Scotch on Twitter. He just posted a great little outline of our notes for the day.
Okay,
nice
what's his
little
name?
Summary. Poncho's at Poncho Scotch.
Okay, I got Heine Heido.
Heine.
Is 10X and Celebrity Sold audiobooks included in Grant Cardone University? Yes.
Yeah.
On video, not audio. Brad Ball, I can't because I will, there's how. And here's how.
Is that English?
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like English.
Okay, let me see full tweets here. I'm looking for full tweets. We got Justin. Justin is Ram Questing. Change, I can't because I will, and here's how. It's all about attitude. I hope you guys aren't retweeting something I said that doesn't even make any sense.
Hey, look, just get on the coattails, baby.
I got Poncho Scott. Look, if you want to find out what people are saying on Twitter, just hit my Twitter feed, Grant Cardone, at Grant Cardone.
Hashtag Young Hustlers, at Jarrod Grant.
Okay, here's Cody Dope
Okay, dude,
Boy.
why don't you guys get some easier Twitter handles? Come on, man.
Ken Cody. No excuses, man. Go hard or go home. Sarah, how to pick her up anywhere. menshealth.com. Oh, that's the article I just wrote on Men's Health, how to pick up the hot chick. Okay, so what are you going to do, man? Okay, the problems with excuses, folks, is they will not improve your situation.
Think of one time that an excuse ever improved your situation.
Think about one time when an excuse got you a sale.
Never.
Think about one time when an excuse got you
a girl.
Think about one time
I'm too short. I ain't pretty.
Let's talk to DJ Carroll from Louisville, Kentucky.
What's up, DJ?
By the way, Louisville is not Lewiville.
Louisville.
Okay.
Louisville.
What's happening, man?
Louisville.
How you hustlers doing today?
What's happening, DJ? You are a young hustler.
That's right, my man. I am starting my business straight out of high school with $300, man.
And how you living now?
We grossed a little over $500,000 this year, and on track to possibly hit $1 million for this year. So,
hey, DJ, let me ask you a question, DJ. Why do you think when I bring these articles on here and basically share the news, why do you think CNBC doesn't cover your story? Instead,
you gotta understand that without worker bees, the colony can't perform. So it's not in the best interest of the government or their media outlets to entice us young people to go out and be on our own and be entrepreneurs and make our own way and set the trail ablaze. So, for people like me that, heck, man, I started out, I couldn't afford a trailer for my landscaping business. I was lifting a push mower in and out of the bed of a truck when I very first got started.
Dude, are you the cat that went and bought a riding mower?
Yeah. I bought I worked my way up from there. I actually had a jet ski, traded it in to get my first riding mower. So I put pleasure aside so I could get out and hustle. And now my business, man, I work 2 days a week on Easy Pro, and I got some other grinds on the side that I'm working on.
Dude, that's great, man. I appreciate you being a good example. Folks, we're talking about what you have to do to break out. We're telling you, look, the excuses aren't going to help you. The media's not. CNBC can't. MSNBC can't. CNN can't. The media cannot help you figure out. You got to get your mind right. You got to make a claim to this thing and say, wait a minute, I am going to get out of this deal. Find an example, study success, make your claim. Show me, can you show me, Paulie, some of the people that make claims to success? I mean, I'll give you an example. Jay-Z. Look at Jay-Z. We got Jay-Z. Jay-Z, look, that guy can't, there's one story right there, dude. Okay, prison record, selling crack.
Selling dope.
Okay. I'm an example, right?
Were you selling? Did you sell dope?
I'm an example.
Were you selling dope?
Look, I'm an example.
Oh,
dude,
man. That's a sharp-looking picture.
I had some
there,
problems.
G.
I'm like, I got to get my game on, dude. I'm 25 years old. I'm busted. I'm broke. I have no money. I have no self-respect. I don't even like me. And I'm like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? What am I going to do? Quit making excuses, find an example. I found some examples. There was a guy at McDonald's that owned 3 or 4 McDonald's chains. I'm like, man, that guy's successful. He was within 3 miles. I mean, he wasn't a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not worth $500 million like Jay-Z. But I look at a guy like that and I say, hey, there's a good example. Make my claim, study success. And that's what Jarrod's doing now, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I'm studying your success, man. Ah, man, look at man, that's nice. I like that. That was a surprise. You knew I was going to like that, didn't you?
I did it. See, this is Jarrod, right? I love this.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, folks, this is at Grant Cardone, at Jarrod.
I got one more thing I want to share.
Ahead,
I got one more thing I want to share because now I think
when do you think about us, though?
Oh, all the time, man.
All the time?
Mostly at night.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it.
So I want to share a story now because I think that...
Can you pop an image of his girlfriend in there thinking of me and Jay-Z?
So, I think that now with the economy and the availability of opportunity to like start businesses, I mean, it's greater today than it probably ever has been. In 1839, a man was born. He was one of 6 siblings living in a poor family. His first job was an assistant bookkeeper for a small produce company. He was making 50 cents a day. This man would go on to found Standard Oil and become one of the world's most famous philanthropists. He was the 3rd richest human in history. His name was John D. Rockefeller.
Bam.
Dude, they didn't even have industry then.
And that's happening today, okay? You know what they used to say back then? Oh, well, John D. Rockefeller made it. That kind of wealth will never be created again. Dude, it's happening every day. It's
every time you turn around.
Day, okay?
Solve a problem for somebody. Find an opportunity. Find a way to make things easier.
Find an example. Find an example, not an excuse. Study success. Make a claim. This is simple. I'm giving you simple tools every Thursday at 1 o'clock. Study success. Make a claim. And then 4.
We put study success in there twice.
Dude, study success. I mean,
let me ask you a question. When you get into my car,
yeah,
what's playing?
Well, the last time I was in your car, it was either the 10X rule or if you're not first, you're last.
The 3 programs that I have on rotate in my car, like always, if you get into my car, you're going to hear them. Sell to Survive.
So you have the Game Changer package.
The Rules of Success and the 10X Rule. Those are 3 programs that will freaking change your life. I promise you. Like it'll get
Game Changer. It's called the Game Changer program. We actually found out what he was listening to that took him from $2,500 to a month to $25,000 a month. It's the Game Changer. It was a combination of Rules of Success, Sell or Be Sold, and the 10X Rule. So take advantage of it or not. It's an $800 package that's on sale for, I think, $179 or $169.
Do
or something
it.
Like
Just
that.
do it. It's no money.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Study success. Look, you can't, I'm a study success, and then you're studying on the internet, dude. That's not success. It's a bunch of garbage, okay? Because there's no order of things about how to get your head right, your approach right in the marketplace, and how to keep you taking actions. John from Sarasota.
John
Rags
from
to
Sarasota.
Riches story.
You are a young hustler. What's happening? John.
Hello.
John, what's
I'm
happening?
here.
How you doing, brother?
I'm very good. How you doing?
Good, man. Talk to me.
Hey, 2007, doing great in real estate, Sarasota area, 6 figures. Boom, economy went down. I went down with it.
Yeah.
Kids, wife.
How many kids?
What's that?
How many kids?
2 kids. 2.
Okay.
And then I had to go back into the military. I was a Marine when I was younger, so I had to go back into the military at 38 years old in the Army.
Wow.
Marine Corps wouldn't take me back. Next thing I know, I'm in Afghanistan. No internet for a year, fighting for my life.
Wow.
The whole time, man, I dreamed about getting back to Sarasota and getting back into real estate. So I made it back. Got a few scrapes, got a few scars, but I had 90 days of savings when I got back. And I told my wife, I said, man, you got to believe in me. You got to let me try. So I did it. I got back into it. Man, I'm back where I was, 6 figures with RE/MAX, and life is good.
Dude, that is an awesome story. I love that story.
Appreciate your service for our country.
Yeah, and I hope, I don't know if you're anything like me, is that when that happened in 2008 and 2009, I told my wife, I said, I will never put us in this situation again, ever.
You know, I don't like to live in the past, but I do study it, and we all learn from it, and I'm very cautious with my money. And here's what's awesome is we sold at the height of the market. We sold the house at the height of the market. We came back from Afghanistan, bought at the low of the market.
Right.
And then I got to take a $36,000 check for my education. I got to hand it to my wife, and I said, here, you need to go chase your dreams about being an RN. Well, she graduates this fall. So we've taken it, we've taken baby steps. We got a modest little house. I got a modest little car. I'm not, I'm killing it.
Yeah.
I'm cautious. And I want the Jag. I'll get it.
Dude, sell that house you got, man, and put that money. I don't know how much equity you got in that house, but put that money in something that can make you money.
I hear you. But I got to tell you, man, I'm super excited to be on the phone with you. I'm a huge fan. About ready to click on to the Cardone University. But your books, your audio stuff, man, I'm telling you what, you got me out of Afghanistan. I really appreciate it.
Dude, that's awesome. I really appreciate your story, John. Are you on Twitter or Facebook?
Yeah, sure I am.
How can people find you on Twitter?
John, John, last name Wilcher, Wilcher.
Beautiful, bro. I'll be following you there. Thanks, John. Thanks for your service, and tell your wife hello.
Have a good one, man. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
See, look at that. I mean, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories of people that turned themselves around. Kat, Kat was freaking.
I got a great email.
She came from the bottom, started at the bottom. Now we're here, like my boy Kanye says.
No,
okay,
that's
how far can you go, man? Can you stay focused and excited every day, folks? Do not underestimate the power of media and your friends. Okay, you have 800 TV channels dumping into you every day, dumping data onto you. You have the attention of Sugar Crush and every little game on Facebook, okay, which are all basically the same game. It's a little board that you're on that you have no control over. Damn, man, they didn't give me the right layout, man. Yeah.
But if you go back to last week's show, you'll find out a little secret.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, look. Let me tell you something. Loaf as much as you want, as long as you earn the time to loaf. Okay. Because I was jacking around the other day. And I told my wife, I said, man, I feel guilty for doing this. She's like, dude, nobody hustles any harder than you do. You want to sleep all day? You want to sleep all weekend? You want to sleep for a week? Nobody cares. You earned it. So if you've earned it, you've earned it. Look, quit letting yourself off the hook, okay? There's people starving, no doubt about it, okay? There's people in poverty, no doubt about it. There's people that have unbelievable problems in their life, okay? No doubt about it. It shouldn't happen. 15% of Americans live below the poverty line. It is horrendous. It is terrible. It should never happen. But
it don't have to.
It don't.
It don't have to.
It don't. The issue is, what are you going to do about it now? Okay? You want to blame the Democrats? You want to blame the Republicans? You want to blame mommy, daddy, the system? You want to blame schools? They're telling me in here, they're talking about, Jarrod read some of these numbers about people that get educated. Look, man, I can show you a list of 10 people that quit high school and made it in a big way. Here's some numbers about education, because what the Republicans and the Democrats are going to tell you is that education is tied to poverty. They're going to talk to you about, I know Mr. Obama right now wants to make mandatory against the law for people to drop out of high school. Makes it against the law. You know why he wants to do that? Because he wants the funds. He needs funds. He needs a reason to raise your taxes to fund these schools, which basically cause kids like Kat to be shoved into a room where everybody's taught the same thing for 50 minutes. Sit there, learn this, whether you want to learn it or not, doesn't matter. You don't know why you're there learning it. Sit there. The reality is our school system does not create freedom. Mm-mm. It does not create financial success.
Robots.
It's not teaching people. People are getting out of high school with a B or an A, don't know how to balance a checkbook, don't know how to meet somebody, don't know how to close a deal, don't know how to ask and get what they want, don't know how to keep what they have. Don't tell me it's just about education. I think some people are better off not getting an education, frankly.
Yeah.
But look, you need data, and you need good data. And for all of you that come here every Thursday,
we try to give it to you.
We do. And we try to give you some inspiration. And we try to give you some inspiration because, like Jarrod said earlier, when we hire somebody here, how much do you know? Okay, that's worth a point. How much hustle you got? That's worth 10 points.
Yeah. And you know, with as much rejection as you're going to face in the path that you choose to go down, hopefully resulting for you in a bunch of success, you're going to face so much rejection, and you have to have the right the skills to know how to respond to it and how to make the most of every opportunity, so that you know if you miss an opportunity or you miss a window, that you can learn something from it.
Yeah, I mean, this guy right here, he's had all the breaks. He's like, he looks good, got a full head of hair, he's taller than me, he gets all the big breaks. He works for this huge company, he's making a lot of money, and you know what happened? Everything's going his way, and there's some idiot decides to change his pay plan and take a territory away from him. So even though he's the white guy, educated, family made $150,000 a year. He's never had any hard times, no drug problems. Yeah, he experimented with anal sex once or twice. It was just an experiment. But, nothing bad really happened to him, okay? Nothing bad happened to him until somebody takes his freaking territory away from you. All of a sudden, he goes from making a bunch of money to like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? Now he's got his feelings hurt, so he quits the company. Now he's got to recreate himself. Everybody's got a story, man. I got a story. You got a story. Question is, hey, what are you committed to? Excuses or examples? Find examples. Study those examples. Claim yours. What is yours? I don't mean hold on to it like a little puppy dog. I'm going to get a puppy dog, hang on from this weekend. I mean make a claim, stake a claim to your success. That
means you got to pull your balls out and put them on the table and say, this is what I want to do. And you got to take a big freaking swing and be willing to miss.
And you need to be hanging around some other people that will support you and keeping that claim, holding that claim. Me and my wife meet every Sunday and talk finances. Every Sunday with a 2 and a 4-year-old with us. And we think they don't have any idea. Until later, after 3 or 4 of those, they're like, okay, Papa, you have enough money? Do we have enough money? All of a sudden, they start having the language. You see, that's where that education starts. And in the home, Jarrod, I know you're working on babies right now, right?
Practicing quite a bit.
Okay. Folks, I want to tell you about an event. Mexico. Riviera Playa.
Riviera Maya.
Playa.
Mexico.
Maya.
Riviera Maya.
I say work hard, play hard. I'm going to give you this opportunity, okay? This is what we're going to do.
Tremendous opportunity.
This is sick, dude. June 22nd to the 27th. I'm going down there with my wife and my kids, okay? We're going to bring some of our staff down there with us. I'm going to spend 5 days there, okay? You get a room, okay? I think it's $449 a night for a room.
It's nice. It is like
you get $449. I think they feed you. You get
it's
the
all
drink,
inclusive.
food,
It's all inclusive.
drink, accommodations, and every day we're going to do a 10X rule seminar. First on your business, then on social media, then on branding, how to 10X your brand, how to 10X your social, how to 10X. The 4th workshop will be how to 10X your life.
This is the first time we've ever done an event like this where you'll have the opportunity to spend 4 days figuring out. I mean, since we wrote the 10X rule and that whole thing started, we haven't done anything like this. The most Grant's ever talked about 10X is in a 3-hour seminar, and you're getting 4 days.
4 days. Now, look, this is what you're going to be doing. We're going to be freaking partying most of the time. Drinks, sun, beach, sand, water.
Sex.
We'll be throwing some freaking dice at the blackjack table. I'll be smoking my big Cubanos. Okay, I might go out and buy a watch because I'm having a freaking watch fetish right now. And then each day we're going to spend an hour, work hard, play hard. And we're going to spend an hour bringing in the right people together to say, hey, what are you going to do to 10x your money, 10x your finances, 10x your business, 10x your social? Dude, to blow up your business. June 22nd to 27th. We've told you a little bit about this. We didn't have the dates. We didn't have the landing page yet. You can go to grantcardone.com / is it 10X? Not yet? I'm sorry. Go to 10xseminar.com.
10X your life.
Or you can go to Hard Rock and find it there.
It's the Riviera Maya Hard Rock.
The Riviera Maya Hard Rock. I'd love to have you and your family down there June 22nd to the 27th. I think the rooms start at $449 a night. $449 a night. Nothing, dude. You'd pay $800 to come to the 10X seminar. I'm not going to even charge for the seminar. You get the seminar for free. You get to hang out with me and my family for free. I don't think I'm going to have Jarrod down there because he's just so handsome.
Somebody's got to hold down the fort and keep
Okay,
making
folks,
money.
my name's Grant Cardone. This is at Jarrod Grant. I hope you take a lot from the show today. Every Thursday, we come to you to talk about what you have to do to get your hustle on, to differentiate yourself in the marketplace so that you can go where you want, be who you want to be, and have what you want to have.
America!
Keep your hustle going, baby.
Are you one of those people not satisfied with good? If you're at $100 and want to go to $100,000, or if you're at $1 million and want to achieve $10 million, it's time to change your game. When are you going to make the move? If you want more freedom, if you want more choices in your life, then Grant Cardone's MP3 Game Changer package is for you. It's the 10X rule. The rules of success and Sell or Be Sold was narrated by Grant Cardone himself. Learn to go from nothing to everything, from being unknown to being known worldwide. Grant wants you to have your freedom and to achieve your highest potential. A $700 value on sale now for $179.99. Grant Cardone came from nothing and is now a multi-millionaire. Information contained in this package got him there. You need the tools, the inspiration, the guidance, and the technique to achieve your potential. Order now at grantcardone.com / game changer. That's grantcardone.com / game changer. Always be moving forward. Find your freedom and your opportunity. Order your Game Changer MP3 package today.
Condolences, I'm going crazy, I don't think that I can hold it in. I pray to God to forgive me for my life of sin. I'm jumping in even if I don't know how to swim. Working like it's two of me, but I ain't got a twin. Wait a minute, it's that theme music. Go hard in the paint to get a ring music. It's for my people that really never had nothing. The money will come, they do it because they love it. It's for my niggas who's tired of being tired. Never take a seat, stand up like Richard Pryor. Always try to reach everything they desire. I'm just trying to preach that you can't take it higher. I said I